Marcy, advocates that we spoke to today did not see this coming. For now, undocumented immigrants can be protected by the extended DACA or DAPA programs. But the other thing that caught them off guard is this extensive 123-page opinion by Judge Hanen. A 123-page detailed and eloquent opinion by District of South Texas Federal Judge Andrew Hanen has halted the high hopes of millions of undocumented immigrants. There is now a temporary injunction on the DAPA, Deferred Action for Parental Accountability, and extended DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals programs. They were put in place in November by the Department of Homeland Security to delay millions of deportations following a massive influx of undocumented immigrants during the late spring and summer. Texas Civil Rights Project attorney Efren Olivares was shocked at the ruling.
Constitutional experts and many lawyers and legal scholars had voiced an opinion that they thought these programs were constitutional.
He's also surprised at how much detail about the pros and cons on immigration went into the opinion in just a 3-week time span.
And at the outset, the opinion says this is not about whether immigration is good or bad. And then it goes on in a lot of detail about whether illegal immigration is good or bad. So that was a little surprising to me.
In the opinion, the judge sides with the state of Texas in that going forth with DAPA and the extended DACA will cause irreparable damage, since the state will lose millions of dollars in providing services and driver's licenses for undocumented immigrants allowed to stay.
But so that's only monetary harm, and that can be reimbursed later on. There's no irreparable harm.
Judge Hanen points out some of the costs associated with undocumented immigrants in Texas. It costs $9,473 to educate just one undocumented child. From October 2013 to September 2014, it cost the state an added $58 million to educate undocumented children. And in 2008, it cost $716 million to provide medical care. The judge cites many cases, some as old as 1982, to make his points, and precisely chooses his words like in this statement. The most proactive and intellectually intriguing standing claim presented by this case is that based upon federal abdication. This theory describes a situation when the federal government asserts sole authority over a certain area of American life and excludes any authority or regulation by a state, yet subsequently refuses to act in that area.
This criminal docket is heavily loaded with, human trafficking cases, illegal reentries and things like that, drug trafficking. So he's exposed to the worst of the worst when it comes to immigration. So that might have played a role, but certainly it should not, and his decision is based on the law and what the law mandates.
Now, despite the injunction, Hanen will still have to decide on the merits of this case and rule if these programs are constitutional or not. But letting millions to stay here and get benefits before he makes that decision, he says, is like the difficulty for anyone to, quote, unscramble the egg, end quote. In the newsroom, Daisy Barrera, Action 4 News.